In today's video, I'm going to show you how to replace the air conditioner clutch coil for a 2008 Jeep Liberty. Hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's fix it. First, let's disconnect the battery terminal. Next, we need to remove the screws holding the reservoir. There are 3 screws here, 2 screws on each side. Once all the screws have been removed, then we need to remove this hose. Your vehicle needs to be cool to the touch when you're going to do this. If this is hot and you remove this, a bunch of hot engine coolant is going to come pouring out and potentially burn you. We need to pull this windshield washer tube out. Once you do that, all the fluid is going to come pouring out. So you have to do this very quickly. I put this on an angle with the windshield washer side up. Now we need to remove this fan cover. We're going to use a 15/16 right here and right here. We also have to pull this electrical connection off. To do that, we press a button and then pull. Now we can get access to the compressor to remove it, but this belt needs to come off. To do that, go to the belt tensioner with a 15mm, turn it clockwise, and then remove the belt. Now let's disconnect the compressor. There's a little red tab right here. You gotta press, pull. Mine is a little bit broken, so it just pulled right out. Take a flathead screwdriver, go inside, twist it so it pops up, and you can pull it out. To get this part to slide off, you have to pull this back, press on this button, and then it'll slide out. In order to get this 5/16 off, I'm gonna take an adjustable wrench, hold it here, hold on to that screw. This whole thing slides right out. All that crud was in there. The only thing holding this together is a snap ring. We're gonna use this to get it out. Yeah, there we go. All the tools that you're gonna need for this video, there's gonna be a link in the description below. All we have to do now is just tap the other side of it. That actually came out pretty easy. So this is your electrical coil that's still attached. Use a pry bar to get that off. There we go. Use a brush to clean up all this crap. And we dropped the camera for the 100th time. The new coil wires should be in the back and facing upward. You want to go right on the very edge of this thing. As you're doing this, be very careful not to puncture the radiator. There should be no gap between the coil and your air conditioner. Now it's time to put the pulley on. That went in so easily. The kit comes with a brand new snap ring and screws and washer. Hey, it's Rick from the future. These washers actually have to go inside. Just drop them in. Make sure that the washers aren't tilted on their side, but they're in there evenly. Now that the snap ring is back in, we have the last piece we have to put on. Simply take it and slip it in, just like that. Kind of nice having these little things right here. Use it as leverage to screw it back on. You want this nice and tight. You don't want to go super tight. Taking that electrical connector, you want to slip it right in, bend it back, reconnect it. That little red tab has to go back in. Now we're going to put the belt back on. I'm going to leave a diagram here. Put this back on. You definitely want to make sure that the belt is on nice and flush. If it's not, the belt will get destroyed the moment you turn that on. It's time to put the fan back in, Pumpkin. What do you have to say? Say something. What do you have to say? Love you too. Like and subscribe. You want to keep your thumb on the windshield washer fluid as you're pulling this in, and then reconnect the washer fluid. All you're doing is just sticking this part right back in that hole. Gotta do it quick though. Let's take our engine coolant hose, put it back in. Let's put the battery terminal back on. Alright, let's turn the air conditioner on. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Fix It Rick. Hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. All the replacement parts that you're going to need for this project, there's going to be a link in the description down below. Always remember that Jesus Christ loves you, and only He can solve your biggest problem.